Hello Libra, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for joining me and supporting me through watching the videos, subscribing and or leaving a comment or a thumbs up, or whatever, a like. And if it resonates with you, that's awesome. I do appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed, I also I take this opportunity now to invite you to do that now, during or at the end of the video. So this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising and or Venus. So wherever your Libra falls under that chart, in your star sign chart, oh my gosh, astrology chart, this is for you anyway. So there's a lot of energy that's coming in at the moment all at once, and I'm like, what the heck? So I just want to remind everybody that this just to take what does resonate with you and leave the rest. So yes, this is November 2021 reading. I know I am running a tad late with these. However, I'm still leaving it at November 2021 because this for some of you may resonate with you beginning at the end of this month or now, or as we're going, or could be at the end of the month where it may more resonate with you. But I think for most a good portion of you that it may resonate with you right now. And it may, I'm going to go with that one. Okay, and it may also just give you a little bit of clarification or a little bit of a zhuzh up there with your energy field as well, like right now, or like in the beginning of the month, like I said. So I feel like I'm repeating myself. So something may be repeating, like a repetitive cycle, or something that you may be trying to or working on. I say trying because some of it is, sometimes it takes a little bit of stuff going on there to something to snap us out of it, and we can go through that repetitive cycle, but we're lessening it. And I'm hearing there's a lessening of something that you'll see, that you of this cycle that you're seeing. It's like you're lessening in the sense where they're going with that, where it's taking you quicker to figure it out before you respond in an old way, or there's an old pattern that is coming back, or old thoughts that or old emotions, and you're not getting it caught up in them as you used to, whether that be for a relationship, the way that you move in life, or the decisions that you make, because often we can get caught up in our emotions, and in a way that when we're caught up within those emotions, we can make decisions that are not necessarily the best decisions, or a well thought out decision, or a well felt out decision, you could say. And so it's and we could make decisions in a knee-jerk sort of reaction, before we, fully understand it, depending on if that emotion or space is, because sometimes there's excitement is, emotional space, and we can also, make decisions a little bit hastily, you could say. It's either way. So I feel like there's something, or whether it's coming from an anxious space, or, an overwhelming or an upset space about something, it's good to take just take steps in getting yourself to ground as well before you're making that decision, or as you're making that decision, and because I'm hearing it's walking with it or jogging with it, or as you're running with it, it's just keeping a notice, being aware of what is happening, out on the wings there. So anyway, so I'm hearing with this one, I'm seeing there, this is the Moonology deck actually. They're just talking about here, showing you that your hard work is paying off. So new moon in Capricorn. So there's something about a new journey, or a new something, you're seeing something new or something different in the work that you're doing. But also for some of you, it's just you're seeing that actually you've made an effort to get to somewhere. And I feel I'm going to fight for it, or I'm going to write for it. I'm going to go for it. And it's because there may be something that's holding you off from, continuing with it, or would it be an idea you're moving into business, you're on your own, or you're moving into a new job, or out of an old job into a new job. There's something about some of you may have been planning in the meantime, in between, some negotiations, or some thinking about how you might, earn your income, or how you might make something, create something, whether it be an income or family or a building, or even getting a loan for a house or something like that, and or projecting your business, your ideas, or whatever that thought is, whatever that is going on for you. I'm just going to keep going with these cards here. And so the next card here is expect powerful change with a new moon eclipse. So we are actually in a new moon eclipse, or a moon eclipse, eclipse at the moment. So it would have begun, a couple of days ago, actually, as we go in, and we're in the 11th, yesterday was the 11th of the 11th. So that's, being mindful. And I was going to try and get all these readings out yesterday, but it's like there was just no way I was going to get them all done. But it's interesting. So something has happened, like even since yesterday, or even the beginning of the month with the new moon as well. There's a lot of, new beginnings in the sense, or a sense of newness. And it may be not just, in the, or a sense of, following, something, or a sense of change where the newness may not necessarily be a brand new, but it may be something that you've been contemplating doing, and you're extending on it, okay? And it may be for yourself, because I'm hearing like seeing this card, a time for healing. Okay, so you will be probably going through some healing stuff there with all of this, and that, this expect a powerful change. It could be that this healing, as we are all going, myself included, there is healing coming up for me as well. So, this is like, like they're saying, and that whatever it is that you're working through, whether it's like a personal matter with healing, shifting, old, indoctrinated patterns, thoughts, feelings, blah, 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 blah. And it may be really rocking the boat, or it may have been really rocking the boat. But there's something where this energy at the moment is, getting us to dig that little bit deeper. Even though you may be feeling that you've dug deep, it's how deep can you go? But for some of you, it's like you're coming out of it now, or a lot of us are coming out of it. So there is, there are still some changes, and, because there's one thing after another, I'm hearing you say, but, and there's things that will be coming up, but there is definitely a time for healing where I feel like you're going to see something new within you, but also something new within how you view the world. Okay, so, and that might rock your boat as in how you're viewing things for you. And it may not necessarily rock your boat in a really negative way, and when I say that, or in a deep emotional way, for some of you it may do, but it may not be as deeper as it has been, or and you're in it, but it's just the processing side of it energetically. It's like, I feel like there's maybe something about getting your head around a few things. So, but there is something in how you can, maneuver through life with, not just like with yourself, with your family, with health and well-being, with, your work, your business, whatever it is. It's like there's a shift in that where you may be like resisting, your perspective about things or perception about things in the greater picture. So it's like, and it's, well, maybe you've had your head buried in the sand, and there was something is like waking you up about something, about a habit or a way of seeing, thinking, being, doing, things. And so you're going to have to not necessarily have to, but I feel like you may feel like that, but it means that there's a requirement to shift or adjust the plans or the idea or, the project or the thought or the way of being, your lifestyle could even be, to suit a different a way of thinking, being, doing things. But and I'm hearing like there is something about confidence as well here with this card, a new moon in Leo. So confidence is your key to success. So whatever that is, doesn't necessarily mean financially, or the business wise, but it could be the success within you, and in the way that you see yourself being in this world, and in your community, in your family, and in your personal growth is where they're going with that. And when we're going in there and with our personal growth, it just opens up all these other things. So there's personal, not just the personal growth in what you're experiencing, but personal growth in but business growth, because it flows into everything else. Your relationship, your growth in the relationships that you have. And often we've got to go a little bit deeper or deep within ourselves to mend our relationship with ourselves even, as well as those who are around you. And it's just an amazing, amazing time. And it, in the world at the moment, in the country, so wherever you are in the world, in the country, and it's really shifting the narrative that's within us. And it's not always easy. It's easier to say that than do that sometimes, but the more we feel like that, whatever it is, and and work with ourselves, the more we can adapt, and make the choice of make a choice as to what it is we want to do, be, have, or give in our lives, and how we want to do, be, give, and have in our lives, show up to ourselves as well as to others in our community or in our family or whatever it is, and being in our space, and it's like walking our walk and talking our talk, basically. So there's something there's this energy that's coming from a heart-centered space that I'm feeling like that's welling up and spilling out and overflowing around you. So it's like in going into that space. I'm loving the colors of this new moon energy, and look at the amazing colors that are emanating out from in the background. Okay, absolutely amazing. So you have a lot of new moon stuff. Basically, the whole lot is new moon, even if it's a full moon. This is a balsamic moon on this kind of time for healing. So things are shifting. So, and even so it's like it's all new. It's all new. Even like I say, if it's a full moon, there are opportunities that we're tying up loose ends as well, and so we can move into a new space or a place of inner being, higher being, all that sort of thing. So confidence is the key to success. So the Seven of Pentacles here, I feel like there's something a little bit at the moment that may be going on with you, and you may be feeling a little bit blur about your confidence at the moment, but I feel like there's something about turning around. Sevens for me is like there's something, there's a turning point that's, sixes is coming up. It's like you understand that, so like you're needing to move on or move away or move to something, and you may be guided towards that. So the Seven of Pentacles, I know I've gone back this way, but it's something that, like you're looking in, like something more, and it's not necessarily in a financial way either, but it's something about you, seeing something from ground level, because I'm just noticing he's like looking down at the ground. He's like from ground level and where the foundations are and, have been gathered or built, or and it's like there's something, a turning point that you're seeing what you need to do as you're moving forward and into or moving on with something as well. So it's about being grounded, I hear, is what I'm hearing. So anyway, we're going back. The Prince, your hard work is paying off with this, with the Prince of, Swords is there. So there's something, this is, you, of course, Libra. So there's something about, there's a newness coming around, and I'm hearing and I'm seeing with a spiritual journey, with this power of change. So something is definitely shifting within you, in the way that you're seeing things, not only about, about yourself, basically, in the way, in your sense of truth and honor. So there's something, moving on, moving forward, moving towards something, but also maybe moving away as you stand in your truth, basically, for you. There's something, because this is a powerful change. I feel like this is, being, listening to your intuition, about where it is that you're going, in your, and there's a lot of spiritual, on the spiritual journey. Okay. And I feel like it either may be, they're hearing about belief. I'm hearing like they're talking about like belief systems, and that are within you, but also and without you, there's something about it melding together, and you're understanding it more and how it fits with you. But there's something about in unity, basically. But there's definitely a sense of communication as well. with this card, and making decisions as well, because this is about, I feel like this is about communicating your truth and deciding, what it is right for you in your right mind, as well. So it's like for you, they're talking about this, I don't know, I keep hearing like a shift in that, but there is obviously a shift coming with this, next card. The time for healing, I feel like there's something, showing up for you with this, it brings you to taking some time out to heal yourself with whatever it is that's coming up for you, or that has been brought up for you with the Six of Cups. So there's there's some emotional attachment to something, probably could be a relationship, a romantic one, that may be coming up in your dreams or your nightmares. Well, it could be a nightmare you see it as, but I feel like there's a shift, and also I'm feeling like in what you see in the future as well, it's like there's a shift in that, and it's a time for healing, and where you think you or thought you may be wanting to go, it's like you've kind of maybe felt it before, but it's like it's becoming more apparent that actually there's a shift in that, and it's okay, I'm needing to either release that or grow that or expand that, or or not so much delete it. I'm hearing the words delete that old way of thinking, or the old way of thinking they're saying is not necessarily a negative thing, all of it, or for some it may be, but depending on how you view that. But it's like you're seeing there's another way to do things, and I feel like there's something about you projecting that out, like there's another way to do things, and I feel like there's something about this, standing your ground as well with something. And there's the Seven of Pentacles here. It's like it helps you, whatever this is helping you to do, is to be in your confidence, to find that confidence and that courageousness, and that courage to move into something else or something new. And so there's something about, even in relationships, I've been drawn to this. There's something moving away from an old relationship, or as in. Could be not necessarily, or maybe even a relationship. When I say it could be a really a relationship that you've just like newly departed from. So it could be it was old and stale, but it's like you're making that move right now. So there's a move away from something, but also the emotional attachment to it. It's like, so you're seeing something from another perspective, which is really, really cool, and more getting in touch with your intuition about what has been going on, what is been going on, or what was going on. And so if it's in and out, and it's in fact an old relationship, there's something moving. So this is really, really interesting energy. So, but it's like the Ten of Cups here, there's something about, coming to some sort of transitionary period now, where where it is like you're seeing it, and there's a contentedness. It's like your cups are overflowing, basically, especially on an emotional level, but it's not just like with everything that's going. There's a sense of contentedness, or I know. And with this hard work paying off as well, it's like, you've got to this point now. You've got to a point now, basically, and it's like, okay, it's transitioning into where to next, basically. And what have I learned? I'm feeling like there's a sense of overviewing. Six of Pentacles, once again, something is shifting, and I feel like there is, with this side of things, it's like, because now that you've reached a certain perspective, or it's like I'm feeling like intuitively you've been drawn to a space, in the way that you're thinking about things, and feeling about things, but also knowing things at the end of it as well. And at the end of the day, it's like you feel like you're making this decision based on this, and that. And it's like there's something you're moving away from, and I'm feeling and moving towards like more of a centered ground. And you can see I'm loving where he's standing at the top or on the edge of this this hill, or this, what I say, cliff, or this bank. But there is, he's overcome. There are small boulders there, so he's overcome things, and he's like standing there. And I love how there's all these pentacles, and there's the moon in the back, and he's got the world. It's all in your own hands, basically, as to where you move. Take yourself now with this powerful change that you are going to experience, or if that you have experienced in this, eclipse. So we're in this eclipse space now, okay? Oopsie daisy, where are we going here? The King of Cups. So it's interesting, he's knowing more where he's going. He's centered, he's calm, and he's like very, he's connected with his inner self, but also this outer self. There's this sense of, with all the, and he knows where he's going, or he knows where he's been. He's like on that cycle now. He's like going ready for the next cycle. So there's this healing of, in this healing space here, like taking that time to, I feel like for some of you is to reach that stage, and I feel like for this is saying, you're nearly there in the way that, with this healing, or to a point of understanding, that spiritual understanding, that intuitive understanding of you and as a spiritual being or a spiritual energy, as what, as to what and where you're wanting to go or do, be, give and have things. So, and releasing that. This is really beautiful, because I'm feeling like in the background, there is a lot of, there is that success, and that from that 10 of Cups there moving forward, it's like you reach that space and that understanding that, of where it is that you're wanting to go, or do, or be, or give and have things. It's like, it's pretty amazing. It's a breakthrough is what I'm hearing in the Empress here. So there's something about, moving into that space with this, this growth. And she is, what I'm hearing is the epitome of the words that Spirit are using, and the, the energy of Libra is the epitome of newness, of, putting yourself out there, and, and beginning to build or rebuild or continue building, or adding on to. When I say continue, it's like she's there. She's sitting not just in her wealth, but in her wealth as in not just in financially, but that wealth and health and well-being. So she's like, for me, all the queens, how I see it is like, the emperor is the, all the king's energy, and all these tools. So she's brought, she's gathered all her tools. She's ready to move and to bring something together. And it's like, there's this grounding. It's like, this is, about you moving on into or moving forward, or expanding in whatever way that it is. But it's something is welling up, or, welling up. As in, and I feel like you've felt it. It's just like the timing for you, possibly, as to where it is you're wanting to go and what you're going to do with it. So I just want to get a couple of cards out here, okay, the angel cards are coming out. So today I'm joined by Archangel Raphael. So there we go. An offer is presented to you. So there's could be something, with this hard work that you've been doing with on yourself or with your business, it could be with you personally, but whatever it is, or a project that you're working on. It could be a community project that you've been working on, and there's something about an offer is presented to you. So it's be interesting to see where that goes. It's pretty, there are things that are moving in the midst of other things that are around you that may be, limiting, or maybe like that are helping, so it's creating the ability to be able to be versatile, basically, in times of change. So it's time to face the truth with this powerful change here. So in this new moon, and so I feel like there is something that is there that is like, about who you are, what you are, where you want to go, what you want to do, and there's an amazing, I'm feeling like release in that, or an amazing, it's like, I feel like you just come to a point where it's like, okay, it's not about giving in, it's about accepting, it's about, okay, I get that now, or whatever, however it is, that, and acknowledging it. And so there's a taking, I'm feeling like a leap of faith. Where's we're going here? We've just got 2 more to come. Okay, come on, Raphael, what is it that you're wanting to say with these last 2 cards? I'm feeling there's 2 more. Okay, coming out. 1, and I'm just going to keep shuffling until the other one comes out. Oh, there's 2. Okay. Okay, set some boundaries, okay, with this healing. So that maybe that you're needing to set some boundaries with this healing time that you're going on with people, with yourself, basically. This is really comes back to ourselves and the boundaries that we set, and whether we're going to cross them, or open them up, or make it, are they firm, or are they loosely, loose boundaries, or something, whatever that is to you, for you. Baby is in the last row here, so there may be a baby coming, or it may be talking about taking baby steps as well. So you don't overwhelm yourself, okay? But some of you, it may be like putting out for a baby. So I feel like for some of you, you may understand that there is a baby coming. And then have that confidence within yourself that you're able to cope with having, someone new coming into your beautiful new life, or beautiful new life coming into your life. So people, or not going into that self-doubt, or buying into some other energies that are there that are making you think different. So where we go, okay, people come and go in our lives, so let them and enjoy yours, and so let them and yourself enjoy the journey. So sometimes, yes, as we're going along this, it may be that some people will be leaving your life, or you may be releasing some people in your life, so you can, and I'm just saying, let that go, let them go, let you go, so you can enjoy your journey and do whatever it is that you're needing to do for you, and them do the same. Okay, so the last card here is using crystals to keep your energy in a place of love vibration with whatever you are manifesting or magnetizing to you. So I actually want to these cards here, I thought I was going to use that card to clarify, but this is what it is, here. So people come and go. So it may be that as you're moving on into, this new, into whatever your project or this lot in your life, you're going to probably, it's likely some have been, people have been shifting around in your life anyway. So up until now, but it's I feel like they're just wanting, allowing you or getting yourself to, encouraging you to go into that space, to release it. So because new people will come into your lives or your life, and then let them go on their journey so they can do whatever it is that they need to do as much as what you need to do for you. Okay, so keeping the crystals there for this time of truth, this as you go through this journey, and just to keep your energy and help your energy stay in a place of peace, love, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance, as you move. Get ready to make a move with the setting some boundaries in here. So this is really interesting. So with the setting boundaries in this time of healing, so making your moves, and this is what the healing is getting and it's getting you ready to make your move is into wherever it is and whatever it is that you are doing, and bringing and shifting the energy. I'm just feeling the shifting of energy at the moment to a more excited energy, and it's and you might be saying, how, in these times, so whether you're in New Zealand or overseas or whatever, how can you do that? But it's be excited. And I thought, and I'm, in spirit of just saying, well, we have two choices. We can go, we can not be, or we can stay in a doldrum, and we can and at the end of the day, we there's a sense of bouncing back, and, but it's bringing your energy back up, as quickly as possible, and knowing that this, there are changes. So what they're talking about here is to help lift your energy up, which is interesting. Surround yourself in loving energy, and it could be people, music, color, places, animals, movies, reading. It could be going out and doing something new to shift your energy, to create a change in the patterning or the structure that you're in now, or it's like shifting your strategy to habits. I'm hearing as well as and getting yourself outside and joining a different community or a new community. It may be that you're wanting to, and as things open up, to take dancing lessons. There are dancing lessons on YouTube as well. So it may be that you get your partner and that's something that you do together, or your husband or your children, and doing these exercise routines, or create or making something, painting something, and arty, crafty, farty things and that sort of thing. Whatever it is, could be your grandchildren. But there is something, I'm I'm hearing to finish off, where there is a will, there is a way. Now, I've got some energies that, that I'm working with, obviously, with the energy of Libra, and the sign of Libra, but also, different guides and helpers who are coming through, that are mine, and, and there are many, and a whole lot of different universal beings. So, galactic energies who have been around me for quite some time, but over the years have come forth, as well as some, and this is, I feel like I'm talking to some of you out there who do this work or similar-ish, and who don't even do this work, but there's a knowing of your tupuna, your ancestors, your loved ones that are there, as well as your guides and helpers, and maybe some multi-dimensional energies there, as we all raise our vibrations as much as possible to move forward in this in our lives. Okay, anyway, I'm going to leave that there, and so with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. So anyway, ka kite anō e mesara shona from one of my a group of my collective, or one of my multi-dimensional energy or galactic guides from their collective is saying farewell, and we shall see you again soon. Okay, bye for now.